Hey everybody, Big Bear Ron here. And I'm just throwing together what will eventually be a little bit of today's dinner and maybe tomorrow's lunch. And I've got some rice in the rice cooker. Yeah. And I'm just kind of, I'm gonna make a chicken broth, flavor it up a bit with some onions. Yeah. And I'll chop up some other things to go with it. A little bit of garlic. So far all I have here is one burner, an electrical unit you plug in the wall, and I've been thinking about going to the appliance store to see if I can find an oven that I can plug into the wall. So far I've seen several that were gas. You had to buy gas. I'm really not interested in dealing with doing it that way. Every now and then I want to, bake a batch of cookies, or maybe a little cobbler or something. Or try to compete a little bit with the bakery, you know. Yeah. I don't have any celery. I didn't see any at the store. So I have to make do with what I've got. I'm gonna sweat these up just a little bit on the burner, and then I'm going to take a few chicken pieces that I have and boil them in water. Oh, boil them, and I'll put this, the sweated, into the boiling water. Yeah. And go from there. Yeah, I want the flavors from the onions and the garlic, to cook into the chicken. But I don't add my other vegetables yet because I kind of like my vegetables a little bit on the crunchy side, so I'm not going to add them yet. I'll wait until after the chicken is done, and then by that time the water should have boiled down just a bit. Let's see, I just remembered I didn't put any red pepper in there, so let's get a couple of these guys out of here. Yeah. These red peppers are not nearly as merciless as those little green ones were. Whew. Boy, uh, those things are hot. So let me cut this thing up now, put it into that water that the chicken is cooking in. Yeah. And then I'll go on and start cutting up some of my other vegetable additions there. There we go. I would not do this with my bare hands if they were green, those green peppers. One time I cleaned a bunch of green peppers like that. I scraped them out with my bare hands, and you know the feeling of that deep heating rub that you put on your hands and it gets real hot? Well, yeah, that's what happened, except if you imagine a hot that just won't go away. Let me add this to my water over there. I just take a little bit of this radish here. I don't cut off a chunk of it. Yeah, that ought to be enough. I'll get a container that I can put all this in as I cut it all up. How about a plate? There we go. Okay. I'm going to cut off the outside skin there. I probably don't have to. And a few blemishes that I need to cut off. These radishes have the texture of an apple. Not a whole lot of flavor there. Kind of like a bland apple, an apple that's not sweet. This one's got just a wee bit of hot kick to it, not much, but delicious. This is for the compost pile. So I'm gonna cut these up chunky. I don't want them small. I like to sink my teeth into the stuff that's in my... I don't know if I'm gonna make a soup or just boil it all down and mix it with rice. Soup does kind of sound good though, doesn't it? Okay. Here we got a carrot. Remember that carrot that I said looked like it just been pulled out of the ground? Well, I cleaned it, and this is only about a third of it. I cleaned it and skinned it. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Okay, a piece of broccoli here. Then again, I'm not going to use the whole thing. Let's see. Use about that much. I don't know what I'll use the rest of it for, but we'll see. And I use the whole thing. The stem, the floral part, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Potato here. I like the skin. So let's just use about half of it.